Blake here from Vapor Kingdom. My first video I really didn't explain thoroughly about the Chi-Yu and the iGo-W, so that's what I'm going to do in this video. Chi-Yu is by far, I think, in my opinion, one of the best, I wouldn't say starter mods, but for someone that's new to mechanical mods, something that you really want to get your hands on. As you can see, I engraved a B for Blake. iGo-W comes with different tubes. I got my long tube, it's right there. Put that over here. Let's make it drop. And my medium-sized tube to fit my 18650 Sigelei 3.7 volt battery at 2200 mAh. Let's take this off. So that's a tube that you connect to the Chi-Yu. The threads on this Chi-Yu are superb. Just overall, my favorite mod that I've ever used. I've used anywhere from K100s to Bamo 3s to iTaste 134s to Tesla's mechanical mod and variable voltage mod. Also, if you have time to stop in the shop, you might want to check out a Tesla mod. Really easy to use. It's similar to the K100 in a way, different body style, but plug in your battery and go. That's pretty much the basic concept. I mean, it's not like a variable voltage where you have to change like the voltage or watts or whatever you want to do with it. Most of the people that are trying to get a big vape, as we call it, use a mechanical mod. Most people I see in Oklahoma that are trying to do that use a mechanical mod. Oklahoma is really, really big into vaping. So as you can see here, this little screw fits a screwdriver, and that is the bottom pin. If I can get that unlocked, I might have to screw it back in there to do that. Yep, okay. Okay, I'm having a little difficulty. Anyway, when you push this button up, this pin will move up to make connection to your battery. That's the bottom pin for you. Okay, make sure that's not tight. Also on the Chi-Yu or any kind of style mechanical mod where it goes from King to Nemesis style mods, you don't really want to screw this locking, I call it the lock button, the locking mechanism tight. You just want to screw it till it stops, and that way it's easy to lock back. Same for when you lock, you don't want to pull it on too tight. Also, got your middle tube, my big tube. Threads, great all the way around. Let's see, I got my number on here, 4444. If you can't read that, 3 4s. That's my model number. Airports, right there, for your battery. I don't think that bottom tube has one. Really doesn't matter. So that's the bottom tube, and we are going to screw that back on. Might as well just stick my battery in, plus side up. Always got to remind people to do that when they short out their batteries. Okay, let's take the tank off. Like I said in the first video, you got your pins. And pins are like your connector. They're going to make the electric current run from your battery to your tank. That's not self-explanatory. So you got your big pin. Oh, let me just take these pins apart. While I'm at it. So your big pin. Your big pin is what really adjusts to your tank. And this is the top part where my tank will go. Like that. And it's really helpful, the big pin. So when I put my tank on there, if you have your pin up too far, you will actually not be very flush. It will look like this with a little gap. So the pin makes it a lot easier to make it flush, smooth like. We're just going to screw this pin in just until it stops right about there. Make sure it's a little more snug. Then your bottom pin, and this is really the connector. This adjusts depending on your battery size, whether it's a button top or flat top. And mine's, if I can get it in here, and there we go. So that's it, and that will connect to the battery and cause the power to go from this pin to that pin to the tank. Overall great mod. Brass pins, can't go wrong. Brass is a great conductor for electronics. And make sure that's nice and adjusted. We're going to screw that back on. The Igo W, you can put your custom drip tip on there. Comes with a cap. Most Igo Ws don't come with a drip tip, but we do sell Igo Ws at the shop with drip tips, so no worries there. I bored out my holes, and bored out means drill out my holes to about a 2mm bit. That's probably the best way to go. Anything bigger, you're going to get too much airflow, and you're not really going to get a great vape. Or you're going to have to lower your sub-ohm way, way down, which can be unsafe at times. So 2mm is about the size that you want it. As you can see here, I use cotton for my wick. Cotton is a great absorber. Unlike silica wick, it's hard to wrap around silica wick. With cotton, I actually use a Q-tip wrap a microcoil, which means the coil is literally touching itself. If you can't see that, it's probably not good quality because of light. Then you got your 3 posts. Your middle post is your positive, and then your 2 outside posts are your negatives. I've seen a quad coil, 4 coil on an Igo W. Really just best to stay at a double coil or single coil. Nothing to get really too fancy. I mean, it's unnecessary to do that. When you do that, like I said, you want to put your holes right where that coil is facing the holes. You can get the maximum airflow. Because if you turn it to the wick or cotton, that's going to clog up the air holes. You're going to taste a burnt. Just because you're not getting enough air. Plug in the drip tip. And that's it. Shout out to Vapor Kingdom. Come in, we're in Norman, Oklahoma. Off Main Street, over by the Big Lots. Check out the website at www.vaporkingdom.com. You'll have a good day.